In this video I'm going to quickly show you how to use the fare compare sites Expedia, Kayak and Orbitz. Now there are a lot of others, but usually I use these along with Edreams.net. And in this one, it's very simple and straightforward, so let's get straight into it. I'm at Expedia.com right now, E-X-P-E-D-I-A. And this is where I choose the flight. So if I want round trip, one way or multiple destinations. So you choose whichever flight you're looking for, then where you're leaving from and where you're going to. And you can just start typing the airports in here. So you can either use the airport code, so for example Bangkok would be BKK, or you can just start typing and just wait a little bit and you'll see all the airports. Okay, so you can see there's a whole bunch, or you can choose Bangkok all airports. Depends where you want to go. And going to, you just type the airport there, the departing date, time, leave as any, and how many people, and then search. Simple as that. It will bring up a bunch of different flights. The next site I'll show you is Orbitz.com. O-R-B-I-T-Z. Now first make sure you have flight only checked up the top right here, and then you can see it's very, very similar. Round trip, one way, multi-city, where you're flying from, where you're flying to, what time you're leaving, and what time you return. If you choose one way, it will just have the one date when you leave. Then click search. And again, it will go out and find the cheapest flights it possibly can based on all the different airlines that Orbitz searches through. Very simple, very easy. So now I'm going to show you Kayak.com. K-A-Y-A-K.com. Very similar to the other sites, but what I like about this is you can actually search for all the flights within a given month. I usually use a website called Skyscanner to do this, and in my opinion it's better, but I do want to show you this. So I've entered in here Bangkok to the Gold Coast. Now if I choose Flex Month right here, now it's going to search the whole month. I choose my depart date. Let's choose the 8th of May. And you can see here it's already started loading some of the flights. One adult, quick find flights. Okay, so now that search is finished, and you can see that if I had left on the 9th of May, I would have paid $3,000. But just one day after, on the 10th, is just $1,044. So that is a lot cheaper. That's saving $2,000 just by going the day later. So it's a perfect example of how this applies. That's a big reason why I use Skyscanner, because I can see the best prices on the best days. And if you're flexible, it's so much easier to book some really cheap flights. Okay. So that is one example, and you can see the best days to fly for this particular flight. So 3,000, obviously you wouldn't want to go on that day. But on the 10th, or even the Saturday, it's even a bit cheaper. So you can see how powerful that is. And again, on the side here you have the filter. You've got 1 stops, 2 stops. And actually here the 1 stop is the cheaper option, which is usually the other way around. Usually the one with more stops will be cheaper, but it changes all the time, so you never actually know. Here you can use these sliders to change the times that suit you. And you can see some of the airlines, and there's more filters in there. I won't go into detail, but that's how you use Kayak, and make sure you watch the other videos for where I show you how to use Skyscanner.